All right guys, so welcome back to the channel. Not sure where we left off on this, but it's been already about, I want to say 3 or 4 months, because that's kind of when that's how old my newborn is, and that's when we actually ended up finishing up this beautiful outdoor kitchen with a pergola. We also did the paver dig on this, so follow me and let's talk a little bit more about this outdoor kitchen we have here. All right guys, so start off first, this outdoor kitchen, originally we quoted, it was really the pavers. It included the pergola, it included I don't think the back wall, that wasn't included, and the outdoor kitchen, the linear feet for that was supposed to be 20 feet. But since the owner wanted to add a few more items to it, such as a ice chest maker and a wine cooler as well, so we had to add more space for it, for everything to work. Now, if you go here and look at this, what she ended up including for her outdoor kitchen was a griddle, a grill 4-burner, a side burner, a sink. We had 2 combos, and we have 1 double access door, and we have 1 refrigerator. That was what it came first originally with this project. And obviously these add-ons like this, the back wall, which is right behind you guys, which we will show you in a little bit. And mainly the product that we use for our outdoor kitchens is strictly BULL. I've heard of Twin Eagles, Lennox, Lions, Blaze, and we used to work at a different location here in Fort Pierce, which I'm not going to mention. We had tested out all these components, and especially when we had Hurricane Irma, most of these components, you could see how the stainless steel will react. So Twin Eagles being the most expensive one out there, and I'm not here trying to bash Twin Eagles, but it wasn't the greatest. It had marks all over the place. I think the only 2 good that were here that actually did a really good test was really BULL and Blaze. But that's not what this this is not what this video is about. So we're here showcasing this beautiful outdoor kitchen. So with this outdoor kitchen, not only did we have this, but we had to add a few additional stuff. We had quoted this at with a type A, type B granite stone. I didn't really want the owner to go with something else, especially quartz. Quartz is not really good for outdoor kitchens, or especially to be outside in the heat. And for some reason, the granite person was able to convince her to get quartzite, which I don't really recommend it because it's very high maintenance. And we ran into some issues down the road with that, but we fixed those issues, which is good. The next thing we ended up doing, we did a travertine stone veneer as the back. Sometimes you can do tile, you can do stone veneer, you can do stucco, whatever you want. It really depends to the client, but this client went for the travertine stone veneer all throughout and also wrapped around the back. As you guys can see, we also have a sink where they can use it to do a little bit of washing here and there. And yeah guys, there's not much to it, but we also have this beautiful pergola that we have here. So normally whenever we do these pergolas, usually we do a 6x6 with your 2x rafters and beams. But with this pergola, we went a little bit more bigger, looks a lot more stronger, and the maintenance is not going to be too high because of the span that it was. Within time, the beams for the 2x, they will start to bend and warp, and we don't want none of that stuff, especially when it comes with these spans. So that's why we always recommend our clients to upgrade, even though it's a little bit more expensive, but the long run is you're going to be happier and satisfied with this system. So obviously, like I said, we use 8x8 wood posts. Our beams were 3x10s, and our rafters were 3x8s. And on top of that, we did a sunscreen textile, and then after that we did a corrugated black tinted panels, so that way it can block and give you a little bit more shade in here, not getting beamed by the light. Another thing we did, we added a few pendant lights that the owner wanted, which was included in our price already. We added a few, I think it was 2 sections where they can hook up their phones or chargers. And also over here, as you guys can see, we have this beautiful back wall. I don't know the dimensions to that. That was something that was added on afterwards, and we have it all set up where they can actually put a TV back there. And then we have obviously our switches to power on the pendant lights and the 2 lights that we have on this post column right here. And then for the pavers, we just had to do is just match it as well. We did have to extend a little bit more. It was supposed to be really to where that post was at, and that was gonna be it, but the owner wanted to go ahead and have this bar section out, so that's why we had to. And obviously all this stuff is additional. We're not gonna stop the project. You know, we trust our clients just like they trust us to do stuff like this at their home. So we didn't charge. Usually we charge a $200 per each change order, but you know, that's something in the contract. Sometimes I don't even really charge that stuff, you know, because, you know, the clients just wanted to upgrade these stuff. We do have something that we have in sign, so that way at the end we're not saying like, oh no, you know, they don't want to pay me for it. But this client, we signed something and we got it done for her. So we did add this additional spacing so that way they can put a few chairs. So whenever they're cooking, they have this whole seating area right here where they can put food, they can eat, have fun, jump in the pool, do whatever they want to do. And not just that, they're still covered underneath this pergola. So like I said, this originally was going to be right on this side, but we pushed it more inside because they still were going to have enough space for cooking area and to have a little bit of seating area as well underneath the pergola. So yeah, guys, this is this beautiful pergola, an outdoor kitchen that we have set up here. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the microphone over to Elazar. He can explain it to you guys in Spanish.
Ok, guys, estamos aquí de regreso en el canal. Aquí les venimos a mostrar lo que es este trabajo que hicimos hace 2-3 meses que se acabó, pero hasta ahora nos dio tiempo de venir a grabar. Esto es para explicarle más o menos lo que se hizo aquí. El contrato fue de una pérgola 18 por 18 y el customer la adicionó a 24 por 24 e igualmente la cocina. Como ven, esta es una hermosa cocina con todos sus aparatos para cocinar, lo que es el griddle, que es un comal aquí así para poder cocinar, e igualmente es un asador para hacer la carnita asada, e igualmente tiene una parrilla para cocinar cualquier cosa aparte. Igualmente viene con su sink para poder aquí hacer un poco de lavado, lo que uno quiera. Como también viene todos sus componentes que son puertas con todos sus gavetas. Sus gavetas igual tienen su acceso para una puerta para meter cosas, para el tanque de gas. Igualmente normalmente abajo del sink siempre se pone una puerta doble para poder acceder a la parte de abajo, para poder tener acceso a las líneas de agua y de drenaje. Igualmente viene con su refrigerador, y el cliente adicionó un ice maker, un hacedor de hielo, e igualmente hizo una vitrina, una vinatera para tener todas sus bebidas ellos, ¿verdad? Esto es al gusto de cada cliente. Y de ahí pasamos lo que fue el pavers, así se le llama el pavers, para hacer todo este patio aquí, que en realidad quedó de 26 por 26 el cuadro aquí de lo que es el paver. E igualmente se le adicionó una pared para poner un televisor para poder estar haciendo el entretenimiento completo. O sea, tienes lo que es el televisor, un área para que te puedas sentar, e igualmente tienes toda la cocina para cocinar, y en la parte de atrás, como ven ustedes, tienen la alberca, o sea que todo queda en una sola área. Y este fue un proyecto con una cocina muy hermosa. Este es el producto que nosotros entregamos al último, por eso la compañía se llama The Outdoors Quality, porque es calidad lo que nosotros entregamos.
All right, guys, so there you have it. So it's a beautiful outdoor kitchen that we built out here for our clients. And the cool thing about this is that, you know, the client that recommended us was another client that we had built a not similar setup, but almost as big as this setup right here, except hers was more of a linear. I think I even posted a video. It's an old video that we have in Tradition that we built. And so she recommended us to her friend. So she contacted us out to obviously build this beautiful outdoor living area space for her. And now she's getting other friends of hers that are wanting us to build them an outdoor kitchen like this. So normally stuff like this, don't think it costs you about, because I know Sam's Club and Costco or even Home Depot can sell you a kit for about $1,000. There's no way that this pergola is going to cost you $1,000. Maybe the plants will probably cost you about $1,500. That's our cost to do your plants. You still got to, you know, factor in material, the labor to install these stuff. It's quite expensive to do something like this. I think this client, at the end of the day, with all the additional stuff, she was mainly around, like, before we added like the back wall. Let me run over here because there's a lot of wind. So before we even added this back wall feature, we extended the pergola out a little bit more, doing the paver stuff, adding this beautiful quartz side, which I don't recommend, and adding additional space to the outdoor kitchen. She was probably around, I want to say she was around around $40,000, like $42,000. And I guess with all these add-ons, she was roughly around 60, somewhere around the $60,000, because, you know, it is a little bit more expensive to do this. Because first, like I said, she was more at the, you know, the smaller, not the smaller version, but like your 2x6, your 6x6, and your 2x. But we upgraded to the 8x8 and your 3x material, which obviously jacked up the price a little bit more because the stuff is more expensive. And call us, message us at 772-519-2110. Or at our email. I'll put it somewhere down in the description below so you guys can email us through there if you guys are looking for something like that. And we usually work all the way to Miami, all the way up to Orlando, and all the way out to the West Coast as well. So make sure you contact us, and I'll catch you guys on for the next video.